Okay, we're still recording. We just had a snafu. We've been talking for about 10, 15 minutes and didn't realize it wasn't recording, so we got to start over. Hopefully our excitement shows through about how we enjoyed the race. God damn it. So let's start off with how would you like Atlanta?
As I've said
Yeah.
several times already,
Yeah.
it was the best race of the year in my opinion. Better than Daytona, it better than the Clash, better than anything out there. This race was uh, just unbelievable. We had everything that we've been missing for folks like me that are old school, and I just can't say enough good about it. I had a lot of skepticism going in because they were hyping it so hard, and when you got to oversell something, to me, it makes me very skeptical. Man, I'm telling you what, all three races, Truck, Xfinity, and Cup, that I was glued to the TV. It just was unbelievable.
I won't lie, I fell asleep during the Atlanta or the truck race, but then I watched the Xfinity and I was extremely I was worried. I was worried the Xfinity excitement passing how it was racing wouldn't transfer over to Cup because they're just two totally different cars. And I was wrong. I was gone. They raced well, race exciting. The way Ty Gibbs won that race, I literally, my jaw was dropped. I don't know how to explain it. It literally was. How
Yeah.
did he do that? Like, just out, it wasn't, it's just the racing, it allowed it. It's just, I wasn't expecting him to push and then do
Didn't he
the
come from
slingshot.
like fourth place with one to go?
He was on the, yeah, he was pushing. And then he literally pushed whoever was in front of him on the restart to the front. And then with that, he kind of followed suit and then just slingshotted around the win. And it was a crazy move a young guy would do, obviously. Not very many older guys veteran guys wouldn't have done that move because they weren't sure if it would stick. But that fool, wow, it was a really good move. I was afraid that, like I said, the racing wouldn't transfer the Cup, and it was very good racing.
Yeah.
All around,
Well,
all
and
three series.
it was, and again, we've had a new term introduced to uh, broadcasting that we haven't seen in many, many, many years, and that is the slingshot
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
And it was a second place car that was mainly in control of that. And
That's what I was afraid
uh,
for William Byron not winning that race. I thought he was going to get passed, but all the stuff that came behind him and during his final laps, it's what made him win. Because I don't think he would have won if all the passing behind him didn't happen.
well, and then that wreck coming out of turn 4 sealed the deal
Yeah,
for him. Uh,
I think he was. I was worried for him. I was more
I
worried.
don't. Yeah, I think that if that wreck hadn't happened in turn 4 or coming out, we may not have seen William Byron as the winner.
Yeah, Ross probably.
But
Well, it would have been Christopher Bell, but then it would have reverted to Ross.
well, who knows who
Yeah,
it would have
who?
been? Ifs, ands, or buts. But uh, I was the same as you. I was like, oh man, there's white flag, and he's leading. I'm like, you're done, dude,
Yeah,
because I've been watching this all day long, where the second place car would back up to the third and the fourth actually, and whoever was in front, it didn't take a whole lap to get past them. And when they slingshotted past,
it
it
was a
wasn't just
bullet.
a little bit.
It
It
was.
was they'd get a 8 or 10 car advantage on them, and there's no
Mm-hmm.
way you can make that up going back. But yeah, that was, like I said, that was the best race so far of this year, and I will qualify it as saying probably one of the top 5 races over the last 2, 3, 4 years. It
Last year had
just
a couple really good races. No, I agree. It's by far the best of this year. One thing I don't know if you picked up on or not. I noticed them learning the side draft with this new car. They had to get super close to do it,
Yeah.
but they were learning it. And I saw it first with Chase Elliott because he was the one pushing the bottom line, trying to keep that top line, and he kept doing that. He at least on Atlanta, he was learning the side draft when it really wasn't with this car. It's really not a thing, but I seen him do it. I seen him slow people down just by getting really close. But to get that close, you gotta faith in your car.
Yeah, and it was, but you're right. And I'll tell you another one that I saw doing it with quite a bit of success was Kurt Busch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was also figuring
Where'd
that
he
one out.
finish? He finished fourth,
Third,
third. Yeah,
third.
hats off
Well,
to
actually fourth, but
okay,
Christopher Bell got penalized,
okay, yeah. So,
so he was awarded third.
so let's let's do the congratulations to Ty Gibbs for winning the series. It was hot in all three races. I forgot who won the truck, but it was a Kyle Busch Motorsports race. Truck won.
Oh, it was a Kyle guy.
Yeah, it was a Kyle Busch Motorsports winner. I can. Corey Heim.
That's it. Corey Heim.
Corey Heim won.
And of course, his teammate was pissed because he dumped him.
You don't have teammates in the last lap.
No.
And then obviously
At that point,
go ahead.
I was going to say, last lap, there are no teammates.
Yeah,
Not unless you're at Daytona or Talladega.
I was gonna say Daytona kind of go back to Ryan Blaney pushing the winner. Forgot his name. Austin Cindric to the win. He says, I'm going to push until one of us two win, then I'll go for it. But other than that, yeah, that's too big of a race to wreck both your cars and not have your team win. But yeah, last lap, you don't have teammates really. Obviously, congrats to Ty Gibbs on his, honestly, in my opinion, so far, the move of the year, at least in Xfinity. It was a crazy move, crazy win.
It was awesome.
It was great to him. And then congrats to William Byron to win. If you want to bring up that stat again of the Hendricks being the 3 driven drivers.
Let me get over there. Yeah, Hendricks is only the second team to have 3 different winners in the first 5 races of 3 different drivers. And Carl, and I've never heard of this guy as long as I've been watching the sport, but it was in 1956, so that's before I was even breathing.
Yeah.
Carl Keichhofer. I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong.
Well, didn't NASCAR had to just start around then?
Yeah, it wasn't too old after, but even back in those days to have 3 different drivers.
Yeah, that's
when you had guys like Petty winning, what he did and stuff like that, but yeah, that's pretty special. I mean, and Rick Hendrick in 2022, which would be what, 70 years later almost?
Yeah,
60?
it's a very cool I guess stat, to bring up.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I did want to mention before we move on, I don't know how much else you've got on Atlanta.
I got a few things, but
as good as the racing was, and again, I probably would have been in this crowd of the no-shows because I was so skeptical about it because of what they've done and the way they were hyping it. That was probably the first time I actually saw available spots on the infield for camping. They showed a blimp shot of the parking lot outside of Atlanta. It was not even half full. I waited and waited and waited to see, because for some reason, and now I know why, they weren't showing the stands. And they were only about 60% full. And I go back to my constant theme. NASCAR's got a problem.
Yep. But I think the Atlanta race in July will have more just because of this racing sold that.
I believe so. I
Will it sell out?
That's where I was going
I
with
don't think that.
this.
I don't think it'll sell out, but it'll definitely have more in person attendance.
Oh, I think it will because this was such a great race. I was just disappointed again, and I one of my themes every week is obviously the ratings and that, and I haven't looked that up. Um,
The ratings,
but
it won. Um, it had a 4.0 rating. It was like 2 point something million.
4.0 is
Yeah.
above what Phoenix was, and
Yeah, I saw it earlier because it compared to the Indy and F1. Yeah, obviously they're all different times, but it won. But it was the same in the key demographic, the 18 to 20 or whatever 30-year-old demographic was the same for F1 and NASCAR. But NASCAR had 4.0 rating.
do you
Race.
mean Indy or F1?
Both. It was Indy and F1 race.
Yeah, I know, and I think a lot of the draw on the IndyCar, which was at Texas,
Which had
was
horrible
because
viewership that I
Jimmy
heard.
Johnson.
Yeah, I heard there was horrible viewership. But
Hey, he got a
yeah,
P6 finish
it's an
out of
oval. He
that. It
knows
was
how to race at ovals.
Yeah, and he's what won 7 times there.
Yeah.
But uh, another thing I wanted to cover. I did you see the beginning of the race? The and I'm talking about the ceremonies. The start of the race where Dirks Bentley and his command to start engines.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a top 10 right there. That was awesome. His I really enjoyed that. Uh it
Yeah, I'm tired of having these special guests that have no idea and they go, gentlemen, start your engines. Like, you
you
need
know,
to yell that shit.
yeah, and he did. He absolutely did. It was great. I was it was one of those that almost put goosebumps on me
Yeah.
when he said it.
Yeah, it
Uh
was, like I said, I think all around it was, I would say A plus, but it was a super above S tier weekend for NASCAR. I just hope they utilize the footage and advertise, I guess, and try to get people to come back or come into the sport. They got to do something to get viewership and attendance up.
well, they do. And again, I've had this little bug up my ass ever since the Coliseum because they were all backslapping and breaking their arms on their own backs over the Coliseum, and I said it's not going to last, and you're not going to the same people that and I can't even remember the stats on it now. How many were first time attenders?
Yeah,
And
it was like 60% were first time.
well, I
Yeah.
don't think it's transferred into again to sales at uh, Fontana, Vegas, and Phoenix is which they were hoping for. Now I'm hoping, uh, and I do believe that to a certain extent because of the great racing that we saw at Atlanta, that instead of NASCAR trying to do something stupid, throw away a bunch of money, uh, that they let their product be displayed, and that is what's going to bring people. You said in July when they go
Yeah,
back,
it's July. July
so
10th. So it's the oh. I was gonna say it's the weekend after July 4th Daytona, but they're going the road of America. July 3rd. I don't know when the summer Daytona race is. It's not July. Oh, August. Late August. Holy crap. Yeah. Late August is the next Daytona, and I thought that's usually always been July, so why change that?
why do they change a lot of things?
Um, okay. Yeah, that's July 10th. Next time they go to Atlanta, which looking forward to.
Hmm.
Now that the team's got data, what they can do, I expect honestly, a lot better and more aggressive racing because they realize what they can do in the car.
Well, yeah, they're going to be more aggressive. Um, it- I just like I said, I was so pleased with this. But anyway, uh, another thing I wanted to bring up, and I'm looking for the exact information, uh, which I didn't see the final on these two guys, and that's that Jones and Amarilla in the pits. Where did they finish? Amarilla actually ended up, but I think he got caught up in that last
He did.
race or wreck.
He did. Ruined my.
Uh, and he ended up 22nd. Jones ended up 14th, but he was also involved. But both those guys, for half the last stage, Eric Jones especially, uh, was in the lead for a while after turning Amarillo around in the pits. And Amarillo came back as well, but I just kind of thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I had him in. I don't think I had Air Jones, but I had Amarillo for in my.
I did too. Uh, a little funny note. Uh, did you see the hauler try to go through the car tunnel? You want a
Yeah,
job?
they yeah, they showed that quite a bit, and it's been actually more than I think it should have been. But yeah, they showed that guy.
Well, they were talking that there was people standing around, waving and yelling at the guy, and he actually thought it was because Thad Moffat was in the truck.
Truck.
The driver thought that the people were waving and yelling because they thought that Thad Moffat was in the truck instead of trying to tell him you're not gonna make it, dude. You're gonna crash your shit. And I'm looking at a picture right now, which he only got about, I don't know, 5-10 feet
I was gonna say
in.
he peeled about 5 feet off of that. Yeah.
Like I said, I'll bet there's a job out there at GMS Motorsports for a hauler driver.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But and I haven't delved into the story too deeply, but the caption I see on the post that I put up is another hauler, so he must not be the first one that's
Yeah, no,
tried to
they
do it.
said when Gordon and Boyer were talking about it, apparently it happens multiple times a year. So it's a yearly thing. They need to put like over the tunnel trailers can't go through here or something.
They need to do something.
Uh
Which, okay, nice transition. What'd you think of Jeff back in the booth?
uh enjoyed it. Boyer and him have a really good dynamic. Um Especially with their history. They know how to take jabs at each other, kind of like Tony and him. But
Hmm.
I've always liked Jeff in there, but also I think Jeff needs to be on where he at with Hendricks. He knows how to get results down there. Him being in the booth, he can't be objective towards his guys. He's got to be for everybody. So
Right.
don't be wrong. I like Jeff up there. It was really fun. It was really cool. He can be a special guy, but don't keep him up there all the time. He needs to concentrate on being Mr. Vice President there at Hendricks.
At Hendricks Motorsports.
Yep.
Do you see who's going to be in the booth next week?
Yes, Tony. Tony's back in this week at Cota, and that's gonna be great.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be good. I like how they're swapping out. If they're gonna keep doing Danica, she needs to go to school. Um, go to school. I don't know. I don't know. Some people just don't like her. She's annoying, but
Well, she's not all in on NASCAR. That's the problem.
yeah,
I've narrowed that down. Because I've seen a lot of things and read a lot of stuff, and I've come to the conclusion that the reason everybody, and it's not because she's not necessarily the best race driver to ever live, is she can't shut up about Indy and F1, and she keeps making comparisons that do
don't not
not
matter.
matter.
No.
They're irrelevant. Well, in F1 or in Indy or in no, shut up. You're calling a NASCAR. It's like when Rusty Wallace used to call on ESPN and he kept doing the same stuff. It's just and that's what I love about Clint and Tony and Jeff, uh, as well as Matt when he was up there.
Mhm.
Um, they you never heard the words of F1 or IndyCar out of their mouths. For 3 straight races, that's all we heard was the comparison of those series.
There is a
And if you want to make comparisons, make it between Xfinity and Cup or Truck and Cup. But comparing open wheel racing to NASCAR racing
ain't
is a
it.
non-starter.
Yeah.
It's not.
One little thing we can move on. I saw guys before researching. There's a headline saying veteran NASCAR driver, speaks on defending Danica in the booth, and it was Kenny Wallace of all fucking people. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, he's a veteran of
Yeah.
not doing
Yeah, I was gonna say,
anything.
has he actually ever won an actual Cup race? I know he's won, lower to, but no, stop. So take that with how you want. But let's get the final notes of Atlanta. We can move on. I want to say congratulations to the dark horse Corey LaJoy for finishing 5th, I think 4th or 5th.
I just had it up there.
5th, and Daniel Suarez was 4th for finishing 5th. It's obviously a low-funded team, but with these new cars, everybody's kind of equal. And that you're seeing that was.
And Corey LaJoy's had a bad, he's had a tough year.
Yeah, not as bad as some, but yeah. I'm
Denny
good.
Hamlin.
I didn't say it. I was gonna say Harrison Burton, to be completely honest.
No, Denny Hamlin is having a worse year because Harrison Burton isn't expected to do anything.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin's expected to do something, and his ass sucks right now.
Yeah, so I was, congratulations to him. Hope that, gives him confidence in him and his car and his team, and don't actually go for top 5 every time.
He
go for
went
top
around
10s.
a time or two as well.
Yeah, he went through the infield and didn't fuck up the car, which usually that would takes out the the front lip or the rear diffuser or something. So he came back and finished 5th and did really good. So congratulations to him. And then obviously I don't know if we didn't go in depth in this one before. Didn't realize it wasn't recording, but Ross Chastain. I don't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know how we can say holy shit, more than holy shit. Like that dude, he's finished every race pretty much. He's there, which is.
Well, again, I don't remember what we were doing, recording or not, but just to cover it again in case we missed it, is Ross Chastain leading the race, blows a tire.
Spins out, hits the wall. He slapped the wall, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, he's done," because that's gonna, came back.
They said that the only thing was there was something underneath the car, whether it was the rear diffuser. I can't remember what they said exactly came loose, but they jacked it up, put it back together, secured it, and the dude finished 2nd.
Well, don't forget,
he should have been out of the race.
Let's not forget, this is pre-messed up recording, is the penalty on pit road with the gas man. If you don't understand, NASCAR is trying to, indicate a tire changer at the tire changer. A jackman's a jackman.
They don't want them doing anything but handling the fuel.
So anything that's other than assigned to their job, they cannot do. So what happened with Ross and I think it was a 2-lap penalty they held him for or something like that, is the gas man kicked the tire so it wouldn't go uncontrolled, which would have been a penalty anyways. So either way, the guy was damned. He saved his team from being a penalty from a uncontrolled tire, or him getting penalized for kicking a tire, which he's only supposed to gas. So even overcoming all that and finishing 2nd, wow. I don't know what else I can say. I think Trackhouse is beyond their expectations for this team already. I think a win's coming. I think it's gonna be before. I think it's gonna be Ross before Daniel. Daniel might win. I don't know. I can't say he's not. He's finished second, 2 weeks ago, and then here he is fourth. So I can't say he's not. He's gonna be there at one point and get it.
I absolutely am amazed at Daniel Suarez. I think I had texted you during the race how long before he runs out of talent.
Yeah,
Because he was
yeah.
up there playing with the big boys. And
I was saying that
I
about
mean,
Bubba. So
I don't want to knock anybody down, but I am absolutely impressed with he didn't cause anything. He didn't get involved in anything. Along with Corey LaJoy, you know, Chris Busher, he got involved early on, but came back. Justin Haley.
yeah, Justin Haley's another one that was a good. And then Chase Briscoe was not really, but he also had incidents and he was in the top. Like there was a lot of people that had problems early and they overcame it and finished well.
Yep.
So like I said, I just wanted to give
Josh Bilicki in 16th. I don't care. That's a win for them.
Yes, it is. Same as Chris Busher finishing 17th. That's Roush, Keselowski. That dude, he finished 12th, but he had problems early.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, so like I said, there was a lot of people finished way better than what they expected. Too, like I said, Christopher Bell would have been second if he didn't pass under the line, but they penalized him for passing under the double yellow, whatever, double white, red penalty line. Put him at the end of the tail end lap, which had been 23rd, which, whatever. Here's my dark horse pick, and it kind of bugged me.
Well, it put me right back with my dark horse pick, which was McDowell. So we finished 23rd and 24th. and speaking of Ross Chastain, he raced in the truck race. Did you see that truck? It was like a pickup truck full of watermelons.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. The back of it. Yeah. Well, they call him the Watermelon Man because it's, how Carl Edwards did the back flip, and, Tony Stewart liked to climb. His is smashing a watermelon when he wins. Ross.
Well, now he's got to win so I can see that.
When he wins. Yeah, when he wins, there's got to be a watermelon getting ready at some point because he grabs it and smashes it on the track. That's why they call him the Watermelon Man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just figured it was because it was a family farm that's been sponsoring him, but
no, it probably goes into that. But no, when he wins, because that was his little thing, is smashing a watermelon. And I expect when he does, it's going to be probably the whole team's going to smash watermelons. So.
What, are they trying to be like Gallagher's or something?
It's got you gotta have a shtick nowadays, and that's gonna be his thing. Brad Keselowski likes to get the flag and go around the track, reverse the American flag or whatever. Some people have their own things, and that's his.
Well, then now I've got to see a watermelon get smashed.
You know what? I think it's going to happen sooner than later. It's gonna happen this year, and I think it's gonna happen before mid-season. He's too close too many times, and he will get there, and it'll be great. It'll be great for Trackhouse and that organization. You know what? And if he does, I think they're going to do it anyways. They might extend to a 3-race team, but that's for another.
You think?
Yeah, why not? They're doing so well as 2. They bought how much money they put in this team. Last year was only 99 was Daniel Suarez, and then they bought, the team, the 41 and the 1 charter.
Oh, I know who you're, Ganassi.
Yeah, they bought Chip Ganassi, so they got money to buy another spot for a car. Just who that would be, that's gonna be another downline. That's I guess a future guess for Clusion, I think. But that's down the line. They're doing so well, I think that's what will happen. Other than that, do you have any, I guess, closing on things on
I
Atlanta?
just want to run down after Atlanta, the 2 top guys as far as points.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Still have not got a win. Chase Elliott is first. Logano is second.
Yep.
and
and
they neither one have a win. Then you
he's
got
ahead by
Briscoe and Byron, and they've each got a win. Then you got Kurt Busch, which I think
the top Toyota's
I'm
fucking
an
funny.
old school Kurt Busch, clear back to when he was racing. I think it was the '97 Sharpie car.
Yep.
Uh, at Roush, and then he got into trouble in Arizona with cops and all this other crap. It was the year after he won the championship and got all arrogant, and he's been kind of floundering since. He may have found a home with 2311, and I hope to God that if he does, and I shouldn't say if, when he wins a race with 2311, he makes Michael Jordan come out on the start finish line and sign that card.
Oh man, that'd be great. I just hope he has it with him because that's kind of a
Yep.
not ancient, but a priceless thing. So I hope he does it. At least have it recording or somebody make something happen.
He's got to have it on record somehow.
Yeah. So
anyway, 6th is Ryan Blaney. 7th is Amarola. 8th is Martin Truex. Bowman is 9th, and Ross Chastain is in 10th spot.
And he would have been further up there, I think, except for that last crash.
Yeah. Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson are 11 and 12. For all the bitching that Kyle Busch is doing, he should just shut up and go out and win a race. But
yeah, Kyle Busch, the interview I was laughing at earlier, Uh-oh.
Hey, it looks like we might get Frank.
Well, I got to redo everything if he's here. I think he's on his phone.
He is.
On my phone.
I can hear you, man.
Can you see me?
No.
Nope.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Uh-oh. There he is. He's got a chartreuse on.
How's everybody doing?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. Just put back to the back and checked in. Now I'm sitting in the van. So I come check in with you guys.
All right, man. We're about halfway through. We just got done covering Atlanta. Any thoughts on it?
I've only watched about half the race so far. The biggest thing I guess I'll probably talk about was probably the right rear tire issues. Are still there.
I don't think
I
it's a
like
tire
the track.
issue.
The racing was good.
The right tire, the tire issues this week, I feel, were due to the way they were cambering the cars.
It wasn't a tire issue. It was the car setup issue.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that the tires we were losing was because of the way they were setting up the camber on the cars.
Yeah, there's putting too much pressure on I think the inside shoulder.
Wasn't it the right rears that were
Yeah, it
blowing
was
out?
right rear, yeah, but in the shoulder of it was the right rear, but it was the inside shoulder of the tire.
Okay. But we just got done saying, man, that was, in my opinion, the best race of the year so far.
No doubt. I like the new configuration. I was kind of concerned before the race watching it how it narrowed down from almost 4 lanes to 2. What's that in turn 1? But it played out really well and made for a great race.
I think it, like I said, it was, in my opinion, and hands down.
A lot of lead changes.
46 lead changes among 20 different drivers.
Yeah.
It was amazing. A lot of good stuff happened. Rick Hendrick became and again, we're just trying to catch you up here just a little bit. Rick Hendrick became only the second driver to have 3 different race winners in the first 5 races of any given year. Since 1956 was the last time. So, And we just got done going down the drivers' point standings with Chase Elliott and Logano in front, and of course, being with no wins, they're still in front.
Well, I mean, no wins isn't everything. It's being consistent.
Look at
You can win one week and have DNFs or 20 place finishes next 4 races.
that's how Terry
So
Labonte won his championship, being consistent.
yeah, I think it's consistency that really counts. You got to be there every week competing and in the front. Being right there. You may not win, but you're there. They see you. And you're up there with the top guys, and it's consistency that does it.
Is Terry Labonte the only one that has won a championship without winning a race? My mind is saying there was one other.
I don't know who.
What?
Kenseth. It was Kenseth.
I was thinking Matt. Or
Yep.
Ryan, but it was Matt.
It was Matt. He's the only other one.
Ryan got second place without winning any races.
Yep. It was Kenseth, along with Terry. So
I wanted to segue that into, well, I kind of did it in the text message. And like, did you think Chase would be the last driver in Hendricks to get a win? Everybody kind of said no. Now, that made me go back to last year. He was the last guy to win a race last year also.
Chase was?
Yeah. Yep. Fun fact, William Byron won the 3rd race at Homestead last year. Kyle Larson won the 4th race at Vegas. Alex Bowman won the 9th race at Richmond. And Chase didn't win till race number 14 at where? Cota, what's racing this weekend.
This weekend's going to be a fun race. I mean, you've got Elliott, Logano, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Larson, Suarez.
This weekend's going to be a shit show.
You think?
The reason being, I have it in my notes. You know how long they got to practice with this new car on that track?
No.
30 minutes. That's all they get. 30-minute practice. 30 minutes.
How long's the track?
Pretty damn long.
I mean, are we talking 2 miles, 3 miles? I have no idea, honestly. I haven't.
I can look.
I'm just curious because
3.41 miles.
Wow.
Half-hour practice for that. It literally, I have it wrote down. I was blown away that they're only getting a half hour. Cota, they only have 30 minutes to race for practice. Okay, it starts at 10 a.m. They have qualifying at 11.
So 30 minutes. If they average,
they probably get 5 laps.
If they average 80 miles an hour, they're only going to get 10, 15 laps.
Yeah,
max.
That's it.
How does that do you any good?
No idea. I was blown away when I saw that today. I was like, fucking really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's going to put everybody on the same playing field. I mean,
Well, it's going to come down to who's good at road course and who's not, and who's able to relay the practice setups and what happened in, going forward.
I wonder.
Relying more with they have a teammate that's good at road courses. They're going to be relying on his input from the practice, try to set their car up as well.
Yeah, so like I said, it was kind of a segue from that to this, and I think everybody's betting on Chase just because he won it last year, but last year was a real shit show because of the rain, and the rain cut it short, but they raced in the rain. There's a lot of torn up cars. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. But Chase has always been good at road courses. Kyle Larson has obviously looked at Chase's stats and reading his book. So it's going to be, in my guess and opinion from watching last year to this year, it's going to be Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, race. That's going to be the top guys to watch out for.
No, I'll
Is
challenge
Dinger
you.
racing?
Who?
Almendinger.
Probably.
Yes, in the 16
16,
car.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone ever heard of Loris Hezemans?
I heard he's racing like the 27, right? No? I heard something.
Yes, it is. It's the 27.
Yeah. Yeah, he's.
I never heard of that dude.
No, yeah, he's racing the 27, I heard.
He's Team Hezeberg Racing. Josh Riome is the crew chief. It sounds like a bunch of
French.
Yeah. Kaz Grala's going to be in this race. Boris said, and I'm going to go right out there right now and tell you because I can. He's my dark horse, Boris said.
We're not there yet.
Andy Laley, haven't heard that name in a while.
It's been a while since I heard that one.
Yeah. He's in the number 78 Ford for Live Fast Motorsports.
Live fast.
Okay.
Say it's the same word, but they call it live fast, not live
Tomato,
fast.
tomato.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Cody Ware, we know about him. But yeah, there's a couple of ringers going in there, but I don't put that much anymore in the ringers.
Only one you're gonna have to worry about is AJ, in my opinion, because he won the Indianapolis road course last year as being a part timer. So he's
and I don't disagree with you on that, but I'm telling you, Boris said.
Yeah, he'll be good, but
he may not win it on speed or equipment. He'll win it on strategy.
Yeah.
He knows how to. One of the things that, oh God, Jeff Gordon,
Robbie Gordon.
No, well, him too, but no, Jeff Gordon's crew chief. I cannot believe I can see his damn face.
Ray Evernham.
Jeez, the inventor of running the race backwards. He was the one that always would do his pit strategy backwards. Not what do you got to get to? It's all right. You start at the end. What's your safe space to get to that pit stop? And then all the way up. And I can never forget where Gordon would be pitting out of sequence under green at these kinds of races, and people were pulling their hair out. What's he doing? And he's just sitting there smiling. And then at the end of the race, Gordon would be 3, 4, 5 turns ahead of everybody else winning these races. But he was Knaus was a great student because he did the same thing with Jimmy Johnson. But Evernham was the guy that came up with the run the race backwards theory. And that's the way Boris said's going to run this. I guarantee you that's the way he's going to run this. And that's why I think he's going to be somebody to at least, unless he gets crashed or something of that nature. But he's that smart. I'm really interested to see this. Where'd it go? I can't even remember his damn name. The French guy.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know his name.
Hezemans. Loris Hezemans. That motherfucker comes out with a beret. I'm shooting him through the TV. I'm telling you.
Now I kind of want to segue to kind of, how they only have 30 minutes of practice. That's why a lot of these drivers are taking truck races and Xfinity races.
Yeah.
Alex Bowman is racing for Spire Motorsports in the number 7 for the truck race.
I saw that.
Racing a Hendrick sponsored car, which is kind of funny. And then fucking Bubba Wallace is racing the number 8.
He's racing Xfinity, isn't he?
He's racing Xfinity in the number 18 car that should be fucking Trevor Bayne. But Bubba Wallace is racing the number 18 Gibbs Toyota at Cota and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. giving him time in the car at that track. And, you
Well,
know,
Bubba Wallace needs all the help he can get.
he
I'm
doesn't have the
telling you.
talent to keep, unless it's in super speedway. He doesn't have the talent.
Well, I'm not even sure he has the talent there, but let me.
Well, that's why there's probably more, but those are the ones that I saw that were being shouted out. Was, you know, the 30-minute practice. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, they're racing these other races, and like, why? And I found out like practice is only 30 minutes, so which is
Well, then that's smart. That's very, very smart on their
yeah.
part.
I don't
I did not.
know.
I mean, that was a good point, Brian, because I did not realize that they only had 30 minutes at this track. You would think, what you said, the track is 3.5 miles, or
3.41 miles, and I literally in the lap record, which
how
is
many turns are on that track? Do you know?
a shit ton.
I was gonna say it's more in Sonoma or
Let me bring it up.
um
20 turns.
Wow.
they can't average in a 3.5 mile track with 20 turns. You're looking at a turn almost every third of a mile.
Keep talking. I'm
You
trying
can't
to.
be averaging more than 60, 50. I don't know, depending on how long some of the straightaways are.
I'm trying to find the
You're,
lap times. 3-minute lap times.
for 30 minutes. So you're going to get 10 laps of practice.
If that.
And that's it?
Like I said,
If that,
this is from last year's Cota lap times. Chase Elliott was 3 minutes in 5 seconds. That was his fastest lap. Actually, it's 3 minutes and 5,000. Sorry. So 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. So it's literally gonna take 3 minutes. That's on the old car. Now the new car, it's kind of known, but you can assume it's in that. Hey,
But yeah, you're not going to get 10 laps. And they might as well go back to last year where they got none.
Well, I kind of want. It's kind of interesting now. I just brought this up. Finishers for last year. I know Chase Elliott won because it cut short. Then it was Kyle Larson, Joey Logano with Ross Chastain, then AJ Allmendinger, then Chase Briscoe, Micah McDowell finished seventh, then Alex Bowman, then Tyler Reddick, then Kyle Busch. And after that, it's William Byron, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece, and then Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Anthony Alfredo, which is no longer there anymore, then Brad, then Corey LaJoy. Then other ones, everybody behind that pretty much crashed. But it's kind of interesting because our conversation about Ross, he finished fourth last year. So look out for him to be actually pretty good on this track.
All right, I keep talking, you guys. I'm looking for something here. Frank, you're not saying a lot.
Ross is going to get a win this year somewhere.
Oh,
He's been up there.
That's what we talked about. Is Ross? I think I called it. He's gonna win before midseason. He's just too close, and it's gonna be like a Chase situation where Chase finished second like 10 times, and then finally when he got it, it was a nonstop win fest. He's got to get over that hump, and he'll win before Daniel Suarez does, and it'll be this year.
Well, I kept saying that Suarez was going to run out of talent Sunday, and he didn't. Just to me, he was playing way above his level. So, all right. So, how far are we into this, Brian?
Minus what we didn't record, 49 minutes.
Okay. All right, Frank, we're going to get you to play a little game with us here that we've been playing the last 2 recordings.
Okay.
You're going to pick the winner, and you're going to pick the dark horse. And by dark horse, I don't know what you got in front of you, but the dark horse has got to be at least 25th or worse in points.
I can tell you who's 25th or worst. Ty Dillon.
Okay.
Ty Dillon's 25 in points. Denny Hamlin's 26. Michael McDowell's 27th. Cole Custer's 28th. Todd Gilliland's 29th. 30th is Christopher Bell. BJ McLeod is 31. And then Harrison Burton's 32. But you can also add in those other guys, Boris Said, AJ Allmendinger, and the Frenchman, because they're technically dark horses.
There was another guy I just saw, in case you didn't, Joey Hand. I've never heard of that guy either.
There's going to be a lot of road course aficionados. Gonna be.
Answer your one of your questions. I have nothing in front of me but a console of a van, so I don't.
I'm gonna do some looking into this Joey Hand guy and her Hesemans.
I can tell you mine right now. I already thought of this. Chase Elliott's gonna win. Christopher Bell's my dark horse.
Again?
Yep. He would have been second. Is that for his stupid pass? Out of one. Well, not really one, but it'd have been, I guess, bragging, right? Like I said, Denny Hamlin, dark horse Denny. He's 26. You can pick him.
Yep.
He's been real shit this year, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kyle Larson as my win on this one.
All right.
And AJ Allmendinger is gonna be my dark horse.
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, he's there for the paycheck. All right. Just because I want to be different.
No, not you.
No, not me. I'd never do that. And Frank, you're going to be real proud of me on this one. I'm going Keselowski for the win.
You're fucking high.
No, I'm not.
You're home.
Keselowski used to be very, very good.
Until he went head on. Wasn't it like 10 years ago? He went head on into the wall a long time ago.
Well, he actually kind of glanced it, bounced off the other one, and broke both legs.
I was gonna say after that. I wouldn't say after that, but he's
the reason, and I'm gonna rationalize this. That boy, he finally calmed down this week. He didn't.
I think he was trying to prove too
anything.
much. I think he was trying to prove too much as a racer owner.
Early.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Right.
And it kind of fueled his fire with winning the duel, type thing.
Yeah.
You gotta realize he finished.
There's also a lot of pressure on him to bring this team back up to competition level.
He can't really. He has a lot of pressure because of that, and Chris Buescher's outplacing him right now. And Brad coming in as a past champion with more wins, more experience, and he's out underperforming. Just to let you know, Brad Keselowski in the number 2 last year only finished 19th.
I'm still sticking with
All right. Just
I'm going.
Fair warning.
Now, for my dark horse, I've got 2 that I'm looking at. And I'm not going to double pick on you guys. I'm going with Jacques Villeneuve.
I can do Boris Said.
You want me to change?
You can do whatever you want, but you were saying Boris Said earlier.
All right. We'll go with Boris Said. Either or. It doesn't matter to me. I think they're both going to do very well. Yeah, we'll go with Boris Said. Like I said, and it's not because I'm a Keselowski fan. I believe that Jack Roush has sat down with that boy after the first 3, maybe 4 races and says, you know what? I took a bi-wing plane into the water and survived. I don't think you got that much talent. And told him, you need to start racing and you need to start being smart. I mean, I don't know any of this, but I'm just telling you. I think Jack Roush because as much as I'm not a Keselowski fan, I appreciated his, I don't want to say discipline, but his display of better judgment at Atlanta than I've seen for the first 4 races of this year. He wasn't being stupid. The first 4 races, I think you're right, Brian. I think he was trying to bully his way into things, and you can't do that. You've got to take your opportunities. And I think maybe Jack, kind of sat him down before Atlanta. And again, I have no clue. I don't know. But something was different about Brad Keselowski. And maybe, wasn't he in the booth for the Xfinity race with Joey?
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think he and Joey were in the booth for the Xfinity race.
I can't remember.
Maybe he himself saw some things.
Well, if you don't remember, they talked about it in the broadcast that I don't know if he was like they were listening to his radio, but he says he knows his car isn't that good, so he's just gonna not try to ride around, but just try to get the best position with the equipment he has. He said that on the radio, and the Boyer and Gordon were talking about it.
Yeah,
so it's one of the things he knew what he had, and he's trying to just get the best finish he could. He was trying to outperform his shit.
I'm not a Keselowski fan, but I also don't think that Brad Keselowski is stupid. No, and I know that maybe he's figuring some things out and reevaluating his roles. Going from just a driver to now the guy that's got to pay for stuff. Maybe that overwhelmed him a little bit to start with. I don't know. I and this is going to be another long range prediction, because I do believe that at some point this year Brad Keselowski will win a race.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that too. I agree with that assessment. I just don't see it's going to be anytime soon. It might be second half season when he finally settles in and they understand the car more and they're revisiting tracks that they have data in. Yeah, I think that's very possible.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why I'm picking that.
I mean, if you remember right, I put Brad in my top 4, my final 4.
Yep, you did. I've got it wrote down. It's somewhere in this stat. Because I've got notes from every race we've done, plus all my blogs. So it's somewhere in this stack, and I will go back when we get there and we'll look at it. I'm keeping this for you, Brian. Someday you're going to get this pile and you can see everything I did.
Jeez.
But, all right.
Well, we took those picks, but like, I don't know, I guess it kind of correlates with what we actually think who's going to win. So I already took Chase to win. I guess we can segue into the fantasy. Huge fantasy that I took a random shot at this week and it screwed me. So this week I'm shooting for the stars again on fantasy.
Well, you know what?
You got so lucky. I don't want to. if
I went after the race last week, I don't think so. I need to get in and see get back into paying attention to it.
Well, Frank, you had a 104. I had a 199 and Brian had a 122.
If it wasn't for fucking, oh my gosh, Almirola and Ricky Stenhouse crashing, I'd have been pretty good.
I really messed up because I had Chase Briscoe in my
Cendrick
garage.
And Cendrick crashing and Reddick crashing. Like I had tons of bad fucking finishes.
And I did not realize, and here's a tip, you cannot wait until the green-white checker flies on the end of the second stage. You've got to make your pick beforehand.
Oh, yeah?
Because I waited until the end of the second stage, and I went to make the change, and it was locked.
You can't make it?
And I had Cendrick in my damn garage.
Well, he crashed anyways.
No, not wait, did I... Hang on.
Who'd you have?
Briscoe. Briscoe.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a definite
I
better
had
pick.
Briscoe in the garage.
Yeah, that would have been a lot better.
Oh man.
Well, honestly, who would you swap them out for? Almirola? You had to
at that time. Who else did I have? It would
you had Alex Bowman.
Hendricks.
You had Alex Bowman.
Been,
you had Joey Logano, Almirola, Chase Briscoe, and Byron. So
it would have been not Bowman. Bowman won, right?
No, Byron.
No,
Byron won.
I would have changed him out for Bowman.
You only gained more 5 points then if you would have swapped.
That would have been a 200. That's gold.
You had 200. What are you talking about? You had 203.
I had 189. They changed something? Oh, because I texted that to you before they moved Bell to the back.
Yeah, you had 203.
Okay. Then I'm not going to piss and moan so much. Because I've been in the 160s, 170s, and I'm like, damn it! And the thing is I used all guys that I had not used at all. All mine were the 10 for 10s.
Yeah, mine were 9 for 10 or 10 for 10 is what I did, and did not help.
Hey, Dave?
Yeah.
I will say this. You're one of the few people I know that can win and still find something to complain about.
I'm sorry. It's my profession. Even though you win, you still think you can do better. And I know I could have done better. And again, I'm not complaining about my position. That's fine. What I'm complaining about is I could have done better. And I screwed up because I wanted to see the actual finish of stage 2 and forgot that you have to make the changes before that checker flag flies in the end of stage 2. You can't wait until that flag flies and then make your changes. You've got to do it before. So, noted. Last lap, make your decision. I'm just telling you. But no, I
make my decision for the start of the race and I don't touch it.
Oh.
The garage thing's really nice because you can take out somebody who randomly crashed or had a motor problem.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's 10 points or not.
It makes you pay better attention to the race because I had off to the side here because I was telling Brian a couple of weeks ago, not only do I have the race on the TV, I'm on NASCAR.com in car floating around between the 5 guys that are that have got
the in-car camera,
in-car cams.
I'm not gonna lie. I was over there. I was cutting the grass and cleaning my backyard during the race.
It is what it is, brother. But man, I'm gonna win this league, and I'm not talking about just the 2 of you. I can't remember where I was, but it was like 4,000 something or 45,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm seeing people up there making stupid. These idiots. They got to be picking car colors. They're not picking anything else. They like pink or they like red or green or what. They're not picking on talent or history.
The number 1 guy in the league of everybody there has 1,094 points.
And I have what, about 800?
I don't know what you overall have. I can't see that. I can see
I
me.
had 600 and some going in.
I have 773 right now total. So
we're only.
Oh, you have 858 and you have 690. So you're only 150 out from the number 1. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm only 150 off of the top spot in the whole thing.
How much you have? 850? Yeah, 1,000. 1,094 is number 1.
So about 300.
You're 250 off.
And these people are picking because of how they feel. I'm trying to do something educated here. But anyway, and the other thing is on the morning drive on Sirius XM, I think it's on Wednesday morning. I haven't tuned into them for the last couple of days just because I haven't had the opportunity. But they go through this and they list the top 10 or 12 people, and they list the top point getter of the week, whether they're in the top 10 or not.
I wish I could. I don't know how they do that. I can't even pick their name to see what they picked. Go ahead.
You can't.
I was trying to figure out, see what the number one guy picked, and I can't see that.
Okay.
Hey guys, Dave, thanks for giving me a heads up on doing the podcast. I've enjoyed it. Wish I could stay for the whole deal. I've got to get back to doing what I got to do.
Well,
I understand, brother. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, we're at an hour 5 minutes anyway, so.
All right, man. Like I said, if we keep doing this, then we'll do it. And like I told you before, brother, we'll. You got to find an answer one way or another.
It'll work out one way or the other, brother.
All right.
Y'all have a good one.
Take care. You can label this one guest appearance by Frank.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad for the program I have it 2 different scenes so I can pop between the 2. So that helps. I have everything set up already.
Okay.
Other than that,
Well,
we're an hour and 6 minutes in. I know.
Okay.
We had our picks. We had a conversation.
Like I said, I can't think of anything honestly more as far as interesting going on. The only thing, let's see, J-skis. Let's go back to home. I want to see the weather forecast for this weekend.
Well, here's another thing that just came out 45 minutes ago. Ross Chastain will be joining a long list of drivers doing the double duty this weekend, racing at Cota. He'll be
awesome.
He'll be raising the number 92 car for Xfinity. I was trying to see the whole list because that would be actually interesting to know who's all driving.
I just saw that. Are you talking about in the trucks?
No, just like all the Cup drivers trying to get more time on that track for practice. I'm just trying to figure out the list and I can't find it. I just know Ross is obviously, Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace, but I know there's got to be more. I just don't know who. It says long list, but it didn't say who's the long list. I'm trying to go down this guy's Twitter feed because he's really good on information.
Race information. All right, we did that.
Well, here's another little tidbit. If it's kind of side news, Petty GMS got new sponsors for Cota. Oh no, at Bristol Dirt Track.
I saw that Gain
Tide. Yeah, the Tide's gonna be on the 43 and Gain on the. That's pretty cool. Gain on the 42.
I think it is too. I saw that. All right, hang on. I'm clicking through something. Looks promising. Weather. Friday, Saturday.
Is it gonna rain?
All right. Friday, Saturday, no chance of rain. Sunday is a possibility, but it looks like it's more cloudy than just rain. So we should get.
And they will race in rain. They will.
Let's see. Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any other names pop up on this feed. There might be more coming out here soon, but that's the only one I've seen so far. I'll check the other guy's Twitter feed real quick if I can find him real quick.
All right. None of this is making much sense. No. What I'm taking away from the weather forecast right now is we have no chance of rain at all. And 85 to 88 degrees. It's going to be some good racing. All right, Echo Park, Texas. No, that's Grand Prix. I don't want anything to do with that. What are you talking about?
Wow, this little tidbit, I know it's not really NASCAR, but F1 had its highest viewership, we were talking about it, in the United States since 1995.
Really? That was over Italy or someplace?
Bahrain.
Bahrain.
Yeah, ESPN says Sunday's race in Bahrain now ranks the second most viewed F1 event on record on cable TV in the U.S. after the 1995 Brazil Grand Prix at 1.35. Sundays was a 1.74. And I you know what? That's not because people like F1 and they're interested in watching F1 because of Netflix. The Netflix series that no joke, I don't watch F1 and I watched that race, actually the end of it. And the reason is because they get you invested in those racers because of the F1 raw moments, the really how they talk behind the scenes. It's what if you need to watch it. I know you might be something you might on the side. Those crew chiefs, they hate each other. Like right now, in the last season, it was
what's that called again?
F1 Race to Survive. F1 series, Race to Survive, and it's. You may not think you like it, or I know how you are. It's actually good because it's raw and it goes behind the scenes. But this last season was all about Mercedes and Red Bull, and they were back and forth battling all the time. And when they're interviewing one another, I don't fuck that guy. I don't. When he's talking about him, fuck that piece of shit. It's bad. And then the one that at the end of the season they're talking about like what's your relationship, and he's like, we don't have a relationship with these people. We don't like them. And NASCAR, they're trying to be friendly. They say they hate each other, and they show it. It's raw on there. In Netflix, they don't censor it. It's real.
Right.
And all the drivers, when they're complaining, like, it'd be great for Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch when they get mad in the race car, they're nothing but swearing. So as NASCAR...
And they're beeping it all the time.
Yes, NASCAR needs to get Netflix to do the same thing as what they do for F1 for them. And that's, in my opinion, is Netflix is what drew viewership for F1 because their season just released. Then I watched it this past weekend, and it's you might need to watch it here and there. I think there's 3 seasons, maybe 4. They're only 10 episodes, but they're good. And
okay,
I'd like to say NASCAR needs to do the same thing, and then honestly, that'll transfer over, in my opinion.
One of my biggest complaints about NASCAR is their woke agenda. PC, can't hurt anybody's feelings, can't fly the Confederate flag, that kind of crap. And believe me, the next time I go to a race, I'm going to try hard to get thrown out because I am going to fly the flag.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on film when they do it because it's violation of my free speech.
Yeah.
And it's a complete misunderstanding on their part of what the flag actually stands for. But I agree with you. I mean, you've piqued my interest because you've talked about it a couple of times, and
it's called Drive to Survive. Not what I say it was. It's Drive. I think it's a
Drive to Survive, not Race to Survive.
Yeah, it's Drive to Survive. Yeah, there's 4 seasons and it's 40 episodes, but just sit down, watch a few episodes, and you'll get invested. Okay. In my opinion, it's good, and it's good. It's to me the reason it's good because it's raw and real. It ain't what they show on TV with NASCAR. Obviously, they censor.
They don't cover anything up or sugarcoat it. It is what it is. It's real life.
It's real. And then when they get pissed, and they show you every little bit. And like I said, it's one of those things. It's cool because you can compare how NASCAR does things to how they do things, and just.
Well, NASCAR actually used to. You remember when Jeff Gordon flatbacked Matt Kenseth?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was at Texas. They don't let you see that anymore.
No.
It still happens.
Oh yeah, there's tons of that stuff. So I hope NASCAR sees what F1 and Netflix see. They have their partnership. NASCAR needs to do the same thing, and I'm hoping. It's sad to say, Bubba Wallace had a little Netflix series. I hope they see that and like, okay, let's give them the whole NASCAR open garage, open radio, and make out of it, you know? So I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was really good this past season. All of them were really good, but I was enjoying it. It's like I said, it's raw, it's real.
I'll try and do my best to check it out.
I know you're busy, but just, sit down a few here and there and watch episodes. They're really good.
I have to steal it from Mom. She's always on Netflix. You've got her hooked on a couple of other things. But no, you've got my interest peaked. So, all right, my man. I think we've done enough.
Yep.
I will end this podcast by talking to the audience, those that are watching. I'm looking very, very forward to this coming weekend. I can't reiterate enough how happy I am with the Atlanta the whole weekend, not just Cup, but all three of them. It just, I was amazed. I was on the edge of my seat. I could not believe the level and quality of the racing that we saw this weekend in all three levels. It just, hats off NASCAR. Well, and no, I won't say hats off NASCAR.
Atlanta.
Hats off Atlanta.
Yeah.
They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. They tore that track. They started tearing that track up within 24 hours after the last. Yeah.
They had no time to spare, to be honest.
Yeah. And they did finish it. I think it was in January.
Yeah, they did. They did have testing. I did find that out, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they had.
It's not gonna be the same with weather because it's gonna be colder. But yeah, they did have testing.
Yep.
So I agree. It was good. I look forward to Cota. Just because last year was crazy. As you were talking, I don't know how much extra time you got between now and Sunday or Saturday. I can link you on YouTube the actual Cota race from last year because NASCAR has the whole thing uploaded. Just watch how crazy it was, or you can watch the highlighted version or whatever. I'll link you both. So if you want to watch it yourself, because it was wild last year.
I didn't.
Yeah, last year was wild because it was rain nonstop, and the crashes that happened because of it were nuts. So if you want to watch the highlighted version or whatever, but the whole race is up there to watch.
Okay.
So watch that. Picks. NASCAR picks are ready. I'm ready to go, I guess.
I am too.
So we'll see what comes out of this week, because usually road courses always bring some type of anger. Controversy. I don't think this is going to be any different.
I don't either. And I like I said, don't want to be dead horse. I think it's going to be a great race. It's going to be hard to follow up Atlanta, but let's see if they can do it.
Agreed.
All right, my man.
All right, we'll close it out there.